This dumbass.
So I made a mistake. I didn't know how to.
Surprise.
I had to go you to the stream, and I was like, "Where am I?" And I was like, "Oh, I've got to do something a little bit different for me." StreamYard's a mystery to me still, so I thought I'd better get it going because when Gareth joined, I thought, "Oh, Gareth's got to go to bed soon," so I thought I'd better cut short the intro.
Shut that goddamn.
No, I was like, just
nice surprise seeing my friend Nemesis.
Yeah. So.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. I was until I thought JT
got on the stream. Okay, I see how it is. Sip that drink. Get more lovable. What's up, Dave? What's up, man?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm good, man.
It's been a while.
Pretty good. I know.
It's been a while.
Definitely been there a little bit.
Unlike Gareth, I kind of tend to lose the sort of. I don't know. I just can't. I don't know how you, Gareth. I don't know how you just do it day in day out. Grind. Who's playing that fucking music in the background?
That is Night of the Living Dead, which is public domain. So I'll lower it though.
But the music is.
I don't want to get my stream cancelled because JT's playing some.
Yeah, like a Night of the Living Dead. If that's the thing that gets us canceled, that would be the most ironic shit ever in YouTube history.
Well, I've got my rainbow lights going because it's the last 15 minutes of Pride Month.
Oh,
that's for you,
Mike. How well?
There you go. How patron.
I go, whoa, go back.
Stupid of you.
Is it been Pride Month? I had no idea.
Yeah, I know. It's not like I've had rainbows shoved in my fucking face all day, every day.
Anywhere.
I had no idea it was Pride Month. I've seen nothing at all. So I don't know.
I just thought people loved rainbows. That's all I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought leprechauns were all over the place or something, and people were trying to find them.
Well, they were rainbows until this weird sort of arrow started going into it, and like with fucking circles and shit. What the fuck's going on?
Dude, even Fallout 76 gives you like fucking avatars and shit with the Pride Month and stuff.
It's getting a bit.
It's getting ridiculous.
It's getting out of control now.
It really is. And do whatever you want. That's fine. Just stop shoving it in our fucking faces. Like all day, every day.
Faces.
All day, every day. Commercial.
There's no way this shit is true.
It's not just that. It's just Dave, like everything. All the media bullshit.
Dave, I can well believe where me, Gareth, and JT are, but please don't tell me in the Isle of Man this shit is just like everywhere as well. On the Isle of Man.
Float.
Hey Al, we got Al in the chat, Sean in the chat.
It is, mate. Yeah,
it's
pretty much all. It's pretty much all over the place, everywhere, isn't it? Let's be honest. But
there's no hiding, like an atomic fucking nuclear bomb or something.
North Korea.
I expect it in woke Western Supermare. But I mean, I certainly expect it where JT is. Jesus Christ.
JT's fabulous.
No one noticed my name. You just did.
Always looking fabulous, JT.
Thank you, my man.
Actually, you would definitely suit a rainbow-colored T-shirt. I think it would suit you, to be honest with you.
I got very psychedelic, colorful clothing.
Yeah,
but like,
I bet you have.
It's not a fucking gay flag, like a patriotic flag, like pride and stuff. So, but I'm sure it can be misconstrued.
I'm sure it could.
You know, when I clicked onto StreamYard, brought you guys in, I was like, oh fuck me! There's like the comment section's like there's like 29 comments. I went on 24 are probably JT.
That's a great.
Everybody's fucking gearing up for this.
It does look that way.
It's just fucking JT.
I was talking to some people in our chat.
No disrespect to Sean. Obviously, Sean, Al as well.
Okay.
A big T, obviously, and other YouTubers are available. But I'm just saying, JT was like a major player in that sort of like comment section.
Oh yes,
Lock him. Can I put him on timeout?
I thought it was just you, JT, in there, to be honest.
I'll just untime out myself. I'll just untime myself out. I got a wrench too, motherfucker.
No, what?
Which I don't think I even still have on yours, Gary. Do I? If not, you
I took you off.
Wrench me up.
You're just blocking people left, right, and center.
I don't think you've got a wrench on my. I don't think you've got a bench on my channel, JT, because you're never in the comments. You're actually always on the stream. So
Well, that's
it
why
seems
I've tried.
pointless-
Because I
it's
can
pointless
control
having
shit
you.
if you don't want to.
It's no point in giving you a wrench because if you're always in the stream, what's the point in giving you a
Yeah,
wrench? Because you're not in the
that's
comment
right.
section.
I'll pay some rent. We'll
Obviously,
work it out.
I need to be a wrench on Gareth's channel because I have to put Nightbot into time out because Nightbot is a sarcastic little bastard.
He is. I don't know how he picks up on stuff, but
Yeah, why? How come Nightbot is like no sarcasm? It's like AI is becoming self-aware.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Nightbot takes the piss out of the people who are commenting. It's just weird.
It's just a countdown to Judgment Day now, isn't it?
well, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
got
it.
a mod.
Yeah,
I took
pretty
him off
much.
being a
Fitting
mod.
that I'm watching Armageddon later on the channel. So.
Oh yes.
I can imagine,
That'll-
it's like that scene in
fun.
Terminator 2 where Sarah Connor, gives the precise moment where Skynet went live, and it won't be the way she describes it. It went live on Gav's channel at
Mike,
When
you gotta go from your room.
11:18 on
Your door
Don't
just,
blame me.
open and close. Mike, is your room haunted? Your door went open and then it went back.
No,
Oh.
the dog just came in.
Oh,
Paranormal activity.
Oh no, it's my dog Daisy.
See, that's an explanation for 99% of the paranormal shit, probably.
Yeah.
well, that is
Yeah, that
true.
door just
Probably.
opened. No, it's the dog. Nobody saw it because he was underneath something.
That was like
You watch
a
too
scene.
much,
That was like a scene from Skinamarink. You just seen a door open and close. Like,
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
that? Probably just had a dog in the house. You never know.
I can't wait for the sequel.
that don't get me started on that piece of shit film. Fucking hell. I don't know anyone who likes that film.
I actually,
Have you seen that,
Agoraphobe
Gav?
likes it.
Gav, have
Actually,
you seen it?
Agoraphobe cared for it.
I haven't seen it. I let
Don't-
those two do it.
Don't have to watch it. It's terrible. So bad.
Don't watch it.
And it's getting a sequel.
Oh,
Is it?
Can't wait for that. I don't know.
Get a sequel.
I wonder how the amazing plot will develop in the next sequel. What twists and turns that we're gonna see happen.
I know. I
Where-
can't wait. I can't wait to
Spoilers.
watch
How
some
did it
Legos for
end?
2 hours.
Legos with the little faces on them and stuff like that. Just close-ups. It's just a miniature Lego movie, but it's
Yeah.
Skinamarink too.
I think I'll just announce it now. I am not watching Skinamarink 2, so don't expect a review from me. I'm not putting myself through
got a
it again.
Patreon going.
I'll probably watch it just because I hate myself.
Watch
but-
party, both of them.
No.
No, I mean that is the ultimate sort of Emperor's New Clothes movie.
You
You
do
know
a
the
watch
story-
party of Skinamarink, and
You know
you
the
will
story
put
about the
everyone
Emperor's
to
New
bed.
Clothes.
Yeah,
It's like people blowing smoke up its arse, thinking it's this thing that's like a really great thing, and then eventually people go, "This is just somebody with a video camera just recording various rooms in a house with people's legs,
Yeah.
and it doesn't work."
And apparently it
trying to be
cost
clever.
$15,000. Apparently.
yeah, and they got into
I
theaters.
could have done that for
which is unreal.
I could have done that with my phone.
That got into theaters. Is great.
Yeah.
But you're jealous he didn't.
Oh,
Mate, I
that's
did-
awesome.
I did the intro to my Skinamarink review for free.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just made a video mocking the film.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie,
Hi, Jamie.
how you
Hey,
doing?
Sean. I know I said hey, Sean. I'm just going to quickly. Hey, Al. Hey, Zodiac. Is Zodiac? I
He's a
don't know
sub-
Zodiac.
He's a sub of mine. He's good
Okay,
to go.
Zodiac.
A
So
Zodiac
if you can
killer.
just.
Sub to all
We
these
found
great
him.
Brits up here.
Yeah. Big T, obviously. Some guy called JT is in the chat as well before the stream started. And then he's not he's not in the conversation
chat.
anymore. So.
He's spamming us.
See, JT's in chat.
Anyway,
I'm everywhere.
let's briefly before Gareth goes, because I know Gareth is desperate to hear this news, because I don't think Gareth's seen the movie yet, but I know Dave has. I know there is an amazing movie that dropped this weekend called Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I know it's meant to be. I know everybody wants to see an 80-year-old man.
I was just
running
gonna say,
around
how was
looking
it?
like a fucking dopey old fucker with
80-year-old
a
flying
stunning
around.
and brave young woman who tells him what to do, when to do it, and So Dave,
Yeah.
come on, give us a quick synopsis. I know we don't need. We just need to know.
My channel's
I mean,
all
I
for
watched
that.
it. I watched the review. I know you're not a big fan. You're not a big fan. You like it more than Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
But basically, that's just a 65-year-old man running around like a jackass, and so there's not much to choose between them.
Yeah. The thing is, mate, honestly, Harrison Ford is not the issue in that movie. He actually does really well. Like he's really good in the film, you know. So, but it's just, it's very. The more it sits with me, the more I think it's just very nah. You know, it's okay at best. That's the best thing about it. And I actually, the Phoebe Waller-Bridge character, I know has pissed a lot of people off, because even when I was watching it in the cinema, man, there were so many moan and groans throughout the movie when she was like just rabbiting on.
Old straight white man.
She was getting on my nerves a little bit, but she kind of redeems herself kind of near the end of the movie a bit.
Why is everybody talking about that? Because Sean just mentioned the first 20 minutes. Why is everybody saying the first 20 minutes is the best part of the movie?
Okay, well, this isn't a spoiler because this has been like talked about before even the first film came out. But it's when it's like back in near the end of the Second World War in the 40s, so it's a de-aged Indiana Jones then for the first 20-25 minutes, and it's by far the best part of the movie.
Because you don't look like an 80-year-old flying around like Indiana Jones. That's exactly why he's probably
did they de-age him in the movie?
Yeah.
How convincing is it?
It's, for the most part, mate, it's actually really good. It's probably the best we've seen so far. There is a couple of moments where it looks a little bit dodgy, you know.
When you say the best so far, are you talking about the best de-aging you've seen, or
yeah.
How does it
like
compare to Orphan First Kill?
What was that? Sorry,
Orphan First Kill. How does? Did you see that?
I haven't seen that one, mate. So I can't
say how to compare the de-aging there, because that was very good, actually.
It was good.
Yeah.
No, if you compare, I think Marvel have done a pretty good job at the de-aging process with Samuel L. Jackson, especially. When you look at the way, I don't really understand, because when you look at some of the stuff that Lucasfilm have done with the Star Wars movies, which is owned by Disney, it looks. Okay, these people are already dead. I get that. Grand Moff Tarkin looks really weird in Rogue One. Really weird, and Leia looks really weird in Rogue One. And I get that they're already dead, but the Samuel L. Jackson and
Marvel, see, there's insidious shit going on in your room,
The dog fell off the bed by the look.
This is the other trailer for the door.
She's like 13. She probably did fall off.
Oh yeah.
The dog doesn't even want to hear about Final Destiny anymore. What's that enough?
No, Phoebe Waller-Bridge
straight out of there. But the first 20 minutes are
she's gone.
She had
enough of this.
The first 20 minutes.
She won't leave my side when I'm talking about this. She just walked up.
She doesn't care for the movie.
No, but I will say one thing about it. It's by far too long, man. He easily could have shaved 20. Mate, I don't know. You easily could have shaved 20 minutes to half an hour off. Easy.
What is this obsession with like 2.5, 2 3/4 hour movies for films that are sequels to movies which in the 80s and 90s were like maybe 2 hours 10, 2 hours 30?
Because they always got to make it more grand in scope and everything, and let's just throw in a bunch of shit that no one cares about and pad the runtime and make it like a 3-hour epic.
Well, normally they go under 2 hours to get more showtimes in.
Yeah. But the best thing in the movie is it's the first 20 minutes and then the last 20 minutes. So you literally could have had just 40 minutes of this movie and that would have been it.
Well, I was thinking look, I think some of the classic movies which we enjoyed as kids, like Terminator 2, Terminator 1, Aliens, would
those
they
famous
be like
kids films?
They were kids films to us. But they would be probably half an hour longer now. Half an hour on top of they were fairly long films back in the day. They'd be an extra half an hour longer on top of that. Remember the special edition of Terminator 2, which had the extra scenes? Yeah. They didn't make the final cut for the cinema, but now they'd totally be included. Oh, we're gonna include that one because this is gonna push the film to 2 hours 45 minutes or shit.
Yeah.
It's just come on. I think Terminator 2 is the perfect movie without the extra scenes. Even with the extra scenes, it's still pretty much perfect. But come on.
Aliens had the extended cut as well in the 90s.
Yeah, that was great.
Special edition, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's too much sometimes. I mean, it just seems to be the thing now with cinema now. It's just like 3-hour movies is the norm almost.
Yeah.
It's like,
And half
I
an
don't
hour
get it.
more of adverts and trailers.
Yeah. Oh, but then sometimes it's actually beneficial to the movie because Batman vs Superman was like 40 minutes was cut for the theatrical version, and that film was dog shit. But then you watch it in its entirety, and it actually goes from a dog shit movie to, you know, what's actually quite good. Yeah, it makes sense.
It does make sense in the extended.
So sometimes it works to the movie's benefit, you know.
Still 8-year-old boy.
Kathleen Kennedy. Her name appears on a lot of good stuff in the 80s and 90s, and then
a ton of shit.
since she's on her own now.
So is she involved in the Indiana Jones? Is she involved in, because it's Lucasfilm, isn't it? So she's the head of Lucasfilm. So anything Star Wars and and Indiana Jones is under her sort of.
I don't think Lucasfilm. So Willow as well, which she killed.
That did really well. The TV show.
Yeah, pulled it from streaming within 6 months.
Oh my god. That takes me nicely into, you know, talking about, like, you know, the way they just keep fucking things up with, like, you know, mainstream and that. But, you know, honestly, Dave, I know you're, you know, talking about the new Superman's being revealed. Looks the shit, in my opinion. Looks really, you know, I think this guy looks like a young Henry Cavill. 29 years old, 6'4". Just, you know, they haven't thought, well, you know, it's Superman, let's be woke. They haven't got a fat black lesbian in, you know. I just thought maybe, you know, a 200-pound black lesbian playing Superman. It's not.
What, were you expecting Lizzo to be cast the new Superman?
I kind of half was expecting Lizzo to. I thought maybe Lois Lane would be played by Lizzo. You know, they haven't gone down that route, you know.
Well, maybe it's a bait and switch again, where he's Superman, but it's not his story.
It's got to be said, you know. It's kind of like, you know, they're losing money hand over fist with all these movies.
I don't care about any of these films, actually.
I know you don't, JT. So, you know, that's why
I love the old films, but like,
I was just about to say, like, when that got announced for the new Superman and all that, I just, do you know what? 10 years ago, I would have been excited for it. Now, I just truly don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I watch no Marvel films.
Well, yeah, it's like 3 years away, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like when I went to watch The Flash the other week, which I thought the film was quite good, actually. But it's pointless because it's all going to be over anyway because James Gunn's starting it up, isn't he? So what's the point?
You still got Aquaman 2 to come out.
Aquaman 2 has got a hope in hell.
Unrelated to this.
I'm not even going to bother.
Like, the DC universe is always. I'll talk about Saw in a minute, JT. Don't worry. I will bring Saw up.
That's cool. I'm chill.
I'll talk about Saw about like half an hour. Just no, like you say, no, because you know, like you obviously got Aquaman 2 to come out as well, which is totally unrelated to the next James Gunn iteration of the DC. It's like, and the DC is already just a mishmash of like about 4 or 5 different timelines. And how many different Jokers has there been? There's been all like 4 Jokers, is there? It's like, it's crazy.
I still think Heath Ledger was the best Joker with Nicholson.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And he wasn't even part of this.
Yeah, no, yeah. In general,
this is like this. That was literally only a year or 2 before the MCU started doing their stuff, and it's like in that period of time, you know, the DC have had like all these different like movies with different characters playing different actors playing different characters. The MCU's gone to shit, but at least they've had a consistency, which the DC just have not done. It's like
the problem with the DCU when they started off, they just rushed it. Like they went like really, they literally should have followed what Marvel did and just take your time. That's literally what they should have done. And it probably
with Coke.
Yeah, and the DC, let's be honest with you, for me, just my own opinion, has got the better characters than what Marvel does. I mean, Batman, Superman, Wonder, you know, they're all iconic characters. Take your time. Like, as much as I wanted to see a Batman vs Superman movie, which I pretty much wanted all my life, but a good one, I could have waited 5 years down the line after Man of Steel for that. Just give Batman his own movie. Just build it up.
Yeah.
You know, but then
they had to rush out Justice League, and then they had to have it under 2 hours, and then had to because the executives wouldn't get their bonus.
The thing with the MCU though, which benefited them in a way, was like because they didn't have the big players, so they had to start off small with like people like Iron Man and you know, fucking
Captain America.
No offense to Hulk, Captain America, but they're not like
all the bigger ones. But then branch out.
DC have got Batman and Superman, who are the two biggest. I mean, I'm sorry, no disrespect to Spider-Man, but Batman and Superman are the two biggest superheroes. Period.
Oh, no doubt.
They had the two biggest to start with, and they started big, obviously, with Superman and Batman. So they didn't have to like sort of build anything. You know, they just went straight in, and he still went in too fast and too hard.
Yeah,
but
sometimes that's a good thing, but it can be bad.
Well, yeah, if he goes too fast and too hard, it usually ends up in a
toilets again.
Sticky situation like after a couple of seconds. But you know,
I just called that a Saturday night. But anyway.
But anyway, we'll move on because I know JC is like, you know,
I'm thinking of superheroes.
So we'll move on because like one of the topics that they want to bring up, because I know it's a film that everybody, you know, across the planet is desperate to see, and that is another Saw movie. And I know that the people like just jumping at they just want to desperately see.
I'm not
Saw
jumping
10.
at shit, but yeah, I'm excited.
Just rocking it. I mean,
so JT, sell JT as the resident Saw expert and the Saw fan. Please sell Saw 10 to me.
Go.
Why should I partake with my money to go and see?
I would sell it to you, but I don't have the rights. I can't do it. That's all I'll say.
What, have you got any idea?
I have no clue. No idea what's going to happen or what they're doing or anything like that. You know, I don't.
Is it dropping in October? Is it an October release?
I'm pretty sure it's.
I like the fact that it's an October release. It's nice to see that it's, you know, something an old school, not old school, but you know,
Jigsaw's back.
Jigsaw's back, you know,
and Amanda's back too. Somehow.
Is it? It's not a prequel, is it?
I don't think so.
De-aged
Tobin Bell. So he looks like
when he had his baseball cap backwards.
He looks old in Saw 1. But
Sean, that's funny. Crack Rock. We got a Crack Rock in here.
Jamie asked you, JT, how's the smoke where you are?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's like no smoke. I don't know what she's talking about, honestly.
It's a fire from Canada
here. Yeah, I mean, when it happened a few weeks ago, it was crazy down here. Like when all the smoke from Canada was coming down, but not today or anything.
I'm kind of starting to expect to start getting smoke from France, the way France is going at the minute, because they're just rioting constantly.
I know, yeah, they're not happy people.
Christ.
Yeah.
I've seen all the major, like, sort of Apple Store, Nike Store, they're all getting raided. You know, they're going after the high-end stores, you know, it's like
Liverpool on a Saturday night.
Well, it is, yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for that joke.
Someone's got a Range Rover.
Yeah, that's funny. Crack Rock. He says we should do a 4th of July stream and burn an American flag at the end. That's too funny, man. I'm down.
Zodiac says, where's the Crown, your top 40? Because you did the top 40. I've not actually watched it yet, and I was meant to watch it before the stream.
I top about it, 40 films.
Is the Crow in your top 40, GT?
No.
That wouldn't be in my top 40 anyway.
No, definitely not.
It's 10 Saw films in your top 40
films of all time. No Saw films.
No Saw films.
No. Since it's not just horror, then a lot of films that would be on a horror only list are lower than they would be, since other genres come into play. But yeah, it was fun, and it was fucking nerve-wracking, and it's so unfathomably difficult to make a list of your 40 favorite movies of all time.
I know, I struggle with the top 10 ones.
Yeah, I know, right? The top 10 actually isn't the hard part. Like, and with a lot of those lists, like the top 3s aren't and stuff. It's like from 10, like, you know, to 40. It's like 20 to 40 especially. But then I knew that I forgot something. I said, there's definitely a movie that I didn't think of, like a high up one, and I forgot Argento's Opera. So I fucking knew it, but whatever.
Obviously, you should have had that one.
Yeah, well, there was like 3 other Argentos. So interestingly, Mario Bava has the most films on my top 40 films of all time.
I definitely know Scream was in your top 40, JT.
It was right at number 1. It knocked out the thing. Came right in and ghost-faced the shit out of that thing.
Elvira.
Sean, that definitely deserves to be in the top 40. House of Hotel. Great.
No, it's not on there. It's nowhere near there. Like, one bit.
Love that fucking movie.
It'll be in my top 40 worst movies, yeah.
Hey, I'll defend that one.
It wouldn't be on there either.
Really?
Oh, it's a decent. I'd like that.
It wouldn't be on top.
I will tell you this for nothing. It's better than fucking Elm Street Part 5. I forgot just how bad that film
that's
is.
the one that was the low point for me on the rewatch.
That's what I've got next. That's what I've got next.
Yeah, right.
And the
I
thing is,
like that more than 5 on the last run through.
Yeah,
100%, because at least with Freddy's Dead, it's terrible. Like, let's not. It's awful.
But it knows it's so ridiculous.
But that's the thing. It's it's so bad.
Even the cover's better. It's like, as bad as 5 is over 6. Look at that cover. It's a 6. 80s cover, 90s cover.
I
just
know.
compare them two. It's just like so much better.
That's funny.
The fact that it's an 80s movie, okay, it's shit, but it's an 80s movie, and that just means more to me than like 91. 91 is a depressing time.
It's a boy.
It's just.
I'm getting bad.
I'm getting
flashbacks. 3, except for New Nightmare.
It was so painful to sit through, man.
That's how I was skipping through it near the end. Like that, I never do that. Like, while I was watching and making the video, I said, I can't do this. Like, this is getting way too. I'm gonna kill myself. It was so bad.
Cheers, Sean.
So awful.
The thing is, as well, man, I think the film's only like an hour and a half long, but that film felt like it just so went on forever.
Like it never.
Hey, Dan, got a couple of new members.
You feel like you look away for a second, you feel like the 6th one started and you didn't know it, and like it's still
86 minutes.
Yeah, less than 90.
Dan, my vacation was wonderful,
Dan.
Man. Wonderful.
Hey.
Down to sunny Cornwall on the south coast of England.
Too fucking
I took a few photos. I drove near Gareth's. I threatened to steal his hubcaps. I didn't, but
he sold them to me. I'm waiting for them in the mail.
If you want a location for a good holiday,
making it a boxing video soon.
Yeah, definitely go.
Garrett's hubcaps.
Definitely go down to Cornwall if you want a good location for a horror movie, man. Cornwall is just like iconic location for a horror movie. It's just got like I took pictures and put it on in a private Twitter group with Dan and Lorne and that. You've literally got an island. There's literally Gareth, you might know this island off Penzance.
Yeah, he knows all islands. He needs to escape.
It's literally when the tide goes out, the island.
There's a walkway.
So when the tide comes in, the island is cut off from the mainland, and it's got like a little village of houses at the bottom, and at the top of the island, like literally, so houses here, and at the top of the island is like a sort of like big mansion castle type thing. It's just like if that's not a hammer, I can't pronounce it. If that's not a Hammer House of Horror
there you go
setting for a movie, I don't know what it is.
Well, The Woman in Black was based on that one, isn't it?
And apparently Never Say Never Again was used.
You know the island Gareth you're talking about?
Yeah, I've been on that one. I think Agatha Christie book.
Gareth videotapes these here. He owns his islands for when he has to escape when his crimes catch up to them. Catch up to him. He needs a few private islands to escape to.
Apparently there's a Frankenstein movie which was set there as well from 79. Okay. Or was it Dracula? No, Dracula. Sorry, Dracula.
No, Dracula.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that was set there as well. So
okay.
Yeah. So nice thanks, Dan. Yeah, very very good vacation or holiday, as we say.
I'm glad you had a good holiday.
Holiday. Celebrate.
If we took the holiday.
Well, Madonna was right all along. Madonna said holiday. That was the right saying,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
she's American.
All across the world, every nation.
Get your guitar, I'll do piano.
Yeah, there you go.
I need to get my rainbow out.
There you go. I got
Up above the streets and houses, rainbow climbing high.
JC won't get that reference.
No,
I just laughed to laugh.
JT's bungle.
I don't know.
It's all right. He's more sippy than Bundle.
I'm going to investigate shit now afterwards. Don't you worry.
Yeah, don't investigate children's TV from the 1970s in the UK because most of them were proper child molesters.
All right, so I don't feel like that.
You mean this magic torch?
Yeah.
This magic torch. Fucking weirdos over there.
Jeffrey was always playing with himself.
Yeah. I don't know Jeffrey, but good for him.
He was always happy.
There you go. See, so you can't call him a bad guy. Well, that's not true. Those people are happy as shit. They're terrible human beings, so never mind. Welcome, Cliff Booth. Welcome, Cliff.
Now, Mike just drove straight past. He was like within 5 minutes of my house, and he fucked straight past on the motorway, 70 miles per hour.
I've driven past Stonehenge. Is like the most underwhelming thing you could ever see because like it's literally like you just drive down a road and it's there, but like you don't. It's like a normal road, and Stonehenge is just like sort of there, and you just drive.
Yeah, you're not allowed within a mile of it either.
And you can't go near it unless it's like the summer solstice or some shit. So
yeah,
I mean, if you're going to protest about climate change, you could probably go up and jump all over it. But for normal people, no, we're not allowed near it. So, I wonder if the Diddlers have an island.
Gareth knows that island too.
Oh God, I've seen that list. Has anybody seen the list of alleged? I'm going to start using code now. To the island that a certain person who died in a prison a couple of years ago, the celebrities who were meant to go to this island. Mm-hmm. It's all over the internet. I don't know how true it is because I was like looking at the list of like these alleged people. And
I haven't watched Survivor in years.
There's a lot of names. There's a lot of names on that list. They're thinking that makes sense. That makes sense. But then there's some names I'm thinking that makes no sense. Where did you come up with that name? Like, why would they have been on the island? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Why would Beyonce go?
Well, yeah. Oh, you throw names in. Okay. If Steven Spielberg, obviously, he'd go, obviously. But then, I mean, I'm just like Rihanna, Jay-Z, obviously. But then there's some random names. I'm like, that kind of like makes the list a little bit, I don't know. You spend too long on Twitter in the conspiracy realm. It's
you
like
went down a rabbit hole again.
You go down a rabbit hole of like crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's all the time.
But yeah, Steven Spielberg definitely dodgy as fuck.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see the fit birds though?
That's not been a secret for a while.
Tom Hanks, in no way dodgy in any respect.
We're going to cease and desist orders coming real soon.
I've just noticed this red dot just go on my chest here.
Is either a predator or the CIA?
I've lost my
Hi, Dan. Thank you. I wish I got to meet him.
I'm just checking to see how many subscribers I've lost.
Well, I hit 203 and then I went to 199, went back to 200 and I was like, oh, fucking hell. That's because if you're not streaming or doing anything, you just start losing subscribers.
Well, I did unsubscribe.
That's why I cancelled the 200 subscriber live stream because I'll change the name because I think I'm going to drop to like 197 or something.
That's what happened.
There's some fucking bastards about, isn't it?
It really is.
You guys are fucking flying. JC, you're going to hit 600 anytime soon. There you go, flying towards 700.
Yeah.
Gareth's going to be on 10,000 in about a year by looks of things.
Yay!
There you
those
go.
Why am I on
shorts
this loser channel?
all those little shorts he does, you see.
Because you ain't there yet.
Yeah.
I'll remember it.
And
Gareth
you're
for
still gonna
100%.
be here when you do. You know
Gareth
it.
for 100% will definitely end up on the list if he keeps going.
When I'm
Yeah.
with Cody Leach and
Yeah.
Drum Dums, I
Don't
can forget
ever
about you
fucking
three.
go. Don't ever fucking go there.
Yeah, no.
Those fucking twats.
Ooh,
they were us once.
That's funny. They
not
were.
a fan then, no.
No, not son.
No, I think those twats gave it away.
What? Why? Yeah, this is the. What you just said. What you just said then, GT. I just watched the rap of Becky the other day.
Oh yes.
Like, and I think I said it in a Twitter post. Why? And I think somebody said, some of the American people on Discord said, "Twat is an American phrase." No, it's not.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
no.
ours,
Yeah.
and it's been stolen
it
by
back.
the Americans, and they don't know how. They say twat. It's not twat. It's twat.
Thwaite.
Yes. it's
TW.
twat.
I'm watching the rap of Becky, and a couple of times the character says twat. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What the fuck is twat?
It's
Was it-
twat.
It's twat.
Yeah.
It's
Twat.
TWAT. I don't care which country you're from, wherever you go. It's you fucking twat.
Exactly.
Gotta have
And
that.
The guy's
Twat.
going here.
Gotta have the
twat,
wah.
you twat.
Yeah.
I'm like, twat?
Twat.
What the fuck is a twat?
And do you know what? There's not a lot to be proud of being British, but the fact that twat is ours, like, it's ours.
Makes it all worth it.
Our
Exactly.
T word.
It's our T word.
It's just like, it's just so weird. It's like, what the fuck? Twat? It's like, oh no, no. Don't ever say it ever again.
Greetings and salutations, Professor Macabro.
Yes, indeed.
That's what the
Professor's
hell?
in the house.
There's a professor here.
Yes. I had a doctor and a professor in one of my streams the other day. And I said, still don't ever take medical advice from any of these people.
It's academia.
Too funny.
Okay, so we'll quickly move on again. Sorry, we'll try and keep some sort of structure to the show.
Oh,
Right,
right.
start now, Mike.
What's happening?
I'm shining. So, drop in October, we've got Exorcist.
Oh, God.
Come on.
Yeah, it's going to drop.
Has anybody got any excitement for this movie? And it's
Not
a
at all.
trilogy.
I'm more excited for an
It's not even
asteroid to
one
hit the
movie.
planet.
It's not even one movie. It's a trilogy. We've got 3 Exorcist movies dropping.
Yep.
David Gordon Green, responsible for one of the greatest trilogies of all time, The Halloween 2018.
I watched Halloween Ends this evening. As
Yeah,
it
wow.
gave it a second
Why?
chance.
Give it a second
It's-
chance.
I gave it a second chance and I still hated it.
Yeah,
There you go.
Even if I had like a smidgen of any
Take care.
excitement for the Exorcist movie, after Halloween Ends, it completely fucking disappeared. Completely
Yes.
gone.
Oh, yeah.
Gone.
Absolutely.
That film, I've never walked out of a cinema like, there's only been a couple of times I've walked out of a cinema like genuinely pissed right off. And Halloween Ends was one of them. And I can't actually remember what the other one was, but it has happened before. But
Halloween
I
Kills.
was
At least that's the one one of the Black Christmas 2019. I didn't see it in theaters.
That was a nasty one.
But Jesus Christ, that's one
Girl
of the
power.
worst films to come out in so long.
Girl
Decades.
power.
Yeah, girl power.
Oh,
Fuck outta here.
Halloween Ends just don't. Let's change the subject.
I'd rather watch
into a rant
Halloween
right
Ends
now.
than Black Christmas 2019. I'll say that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're both terrible. But I mean, Black
More
Christmas
fit
20
birds in Halloween.
Just
That's-
having Michael alone
that's
makes
something
everything
else.
better than that movie.
But I mean, Exorcist, like this new Exorcist movie is like, it's like, okay, Exorcist 2 is a piece of shit, but like Exorcist 1 and Exorcist 3 are 2 of the greatest. Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the first Exorcist movie. I
Both
think
made
it's a
my
little-
list.
I think it's a little bit overrated.
Spoilers.
I think the first Exorcist is a little bit overrated because it's like just what a bit like Psycho. I think it's sometimes elevated to a
I
point
don't
where
think so.
maybe it's so famous that
Mm.
it gets this extra sort of like praise. But it's still a great movie, and 3 is a fantastic movie. 2 is shit, but you know, when you're bringing out, this is going to be a direct sequel to the first movie, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yes. I don't know anything about any of this. Nor do I.
And it's going to be a trilogy as well. I don't know.
Well, this is what I want to know is it actually going to be about an exorcist? Because I mean, the last Halloween movie, that wasn't a Halloween movie. So has he just got exorcist on there? But then like Corey's going to be in there, just you know, it's not no one's going to get possessed or until the last 15 minutes, or you know.
Like, it's just what more can you do with the property at this point? Nothing interesting, unless they, for some reason, blow it out of the park, which I don't think anyone's expecting that. Like anywhere near that.
I would be surprised. I'm really not.
I'd be.
Wasn't there like a report that came out and his test screening didn't go well?
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, I've got no excitement for it whatsoever.
No,
I don't even know whether I'll go and check it out.
I'll see it for free.
What about the I Know What You Did Last Summer legacy sequel that they want to do?
What? No.
Yeah, they were doing a legacy sequel. Bring them back. Bring back all the cast from the first movie.
This is because they've seen how well freaking Scream 5 did, isn't it? This is why.
Is back.
Probably most definitely. Yes.
I tell you what, it can't be any worse than what is it? I'll always know what you did.
I'll always know what you did.
Yeah, they all suck. I just randomly did a video on I Know What You Did Last Summer the other day. Terrible.
And he's a zombie.
It's like
spoiler.
I'll always know what you did last summer. It was like released 10 years after I Know What You Did Last Summer. So the last summer was like, well, that was 15 years ago. You know? So it's just like, what does it even mean? Last summer.
That's another thing.
It's so bad.
To the sequels too.
It's so bad. Someone asked me not.
Jack Black as a Jamaican or whatever.
Jack Black to reprise his role as a Jamaican white guy with dreadlocks.
Oh, fucking stupid that
Ben's son. You didn't get it.
Oh god. Someone asked me to review I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, like last year, and I just flat out just went no.
Oh.
Just no.
Start Patreon. I'll pay.
Just like, no, I'm not doing it for myself. I probably will one day. I'll probably do like I Know What You Did Last Summer series if I'm really stuck.
Do a Puppet Master franchise. No,
JT did it.
JT's been there.
I got one left.
45.
Doesn't finish them.
I got one left. I got the 15th one. And it's not even Puppet Master. It's a spin-off of a Dr. Death puppet.
Yeah.
What's the one with like the fucking? What's one with the puppet comes out of the pregnant woman's belly, kills the baby, and then kills the woman?
I don't remember a goddamn thing from any of these.
No, I don't remember that one.
Let me just tell you that. Except for the first two. Those are the only ones I can watch, and I enjoy the first one.
Hell, from that description, I need to start watching these movies.
Oh man, it's so bad.
I've only ever seen the first one.
Worse and worse and worse as it goes along, and you just hope to whatever you believe in, like that something divine intervention will come down and help you.
I remember JT loving them. I saw a video of it.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't think JT. I think JT. I've got a theory why JT just goes missing off the internet for a few days at a time. I think he has to go for therapy. Because he watches so many fucking bad films. Like, he just has to go away and speak to a psychiatrist to go, why am I doing this? That's
exactly what it is. Why am I watching these movies?
But
then I balances out with perfect movies.
Listen, man.
That's why I'm never doing Amityville. I do the first 3 maybe.
Well, yeah, all Amityville movies.
10 Amityville's official.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing.
Then like
Amityville
a shit ton of unofficial
place, so
crap.
You could name Amityville anything because it's a place, isn't it? So it's, you can't what's the word? What's the word when you want to like just like own something? You know, like a franchise. You want to own a franchise. You can't own Amityville because Amityville is a place in Long Island.
Yeah, the Amityville horror.
You can just call anything Amityville.
Yeah. And then just put a tagline on it.
And then they can't say, well, you don't own the rights. We go, well, I'm just naming it after this. It's like New York. It's like, it's just a place, isn't it? So
There's a film called The Amityville Shark. Yeah, you just
The Amityville Exorcist as well, isn't there as well? And
there's one in space too for some fucking
Amityville in space.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
have no idea. That actually is the one that interested me a little bit. Just to see what they do with it. Yeah.
That's our next watch party. Amityville in space.
Let's do
Revenge.
Amityville in space. Let's do it. I just picture the house floating through space and like possessions and shit going on. That's the only thing I can think of.
By the way, that's a joke. We're not fucking doing it.
No, yeah. Are you fucking serious?
After the Philosopasta, which was my idea. I'm sorry.
Yes. That's all right. But we're watching it, the second one when it comes out.
Oh, no.
I'm paying you back for that. Absolutely. As much as I hate it.
But we're definitely going to do Freddy versus Jason for our next one. Yeah,
that sounds good.
Oh,
yeah,
sounds good.
So that will tie in nice actually, because that will wrap up my Friday the 13th on Elm Street review series nicely. If I just do a party of that.
That's what I did with I did Friday first, and I did
the
Freddy
remake
Jason,
doesn't exist.
And I did Nightmare.
Yeah. No, I want you to watch it.
The Amityville.
Comedyville. The Amityville. That's too funny. I can't wait to see it.
I'll audition for it. It's made for me.
Professor Macabre says, would you find Gentleman and Gareth know how many Camp Blood movies exist? Someone mentioned to me there are 10 of those. Dan will answer that question immediately. If Dan's in the chat, Dan will know immediately. I've not seen I think I've seen one Camp Blood.
I don't think I've ever seen any of them, actually.
I haven't seen
any nudity.
That's a very good question,
probably not.
Is it worth watching?
If there's tits and ass in them, I'm watching them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my next watch party.
There's a really good.
Camp Blood 1 through 10.
There's a movie called Final Summer, which I know Dan reviewed on his channel a week or two ago, which looks like a real old school Friday the 13th homage, which actually looks decent. It looks like it's got a decent budget, so I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Weirdly enough, wasn't Friday the 13th originally going to be called Camp Blood, wasn't it? Or have I just made that up? I think it was one of. I think that was one of the names they were thinking of going with.
I'm trying to think.
Originally,
I mean, I know obviously that was the name.
That usually doesn't work well.
That's the name the camp has. That's the slang name. Crystal Lake.
Yeah. Or maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm getting a little bit confused.
They always refer to it as Camp Blood, like you. But I mean, I need to reread Crystal Lake Memories because I've got that book there.
If you got 6 hours or
watch the documentary.
The documentary's on Amazon Prime, actually.
Weirdly enough, a lot easier.
I watched it in stages the other week. It's a cracking documentary.
It's a great documentary.
It is. When it 5 hours long. It's just crazy. Like,
same with the Elm Street one. Never Sleep Again.
Oh, Never Sleep Again, yeah.
That's a great one, too.
It is. It actually is. I'll just skip the part 5 bit though, because fuck.
You don't want to hear everything great about it and what the work went into it. Huh?
I couldn't care.
No, that's
funny. There's 11 Camp Bloods.
Oh yeah. Well, there's Camp Summer Blood, which I'm a patron of. I think my name.
Oh, is okay. Go back there he is.
12 soon, I think.
Producer now, eh?
Producer, yes. So any ladies that want to be in the next film.
Yeah, well, I produced a Mothman documentary.
I'm going to start calling you Weinstein.
This guy's got a casting.
Then Video Tasties makes a whole different meaning.
I got to clean the couch, but it's ready for the next film.
I can suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
Hey, you do that for free.
Yeah.
That's where the inflatable pool in the back garden is coming in handy there now. He's like, all this young girls in the back garden.
You didn't see the summer house in the back, did you?
Yeah. I could be the next Jennifer Lawrence.
Anyone can.
Hey, nice.
We might do it on the flash review.
Final Summer isn't very good.
Nice. I know. I was a bit disappointed because I thought that looked. I had hopes up for that, but it's a bit disappointing. Anything with summer camp with a masked guy, I'm always hopeful for. Obviously, especially after Fear Street 78. I thought was fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
I think the second one of that. I think the 70. Didn't you like it? No.
I like the
No,
second
I like
one
94.
better.
I like 94 best. I like 94.
The third one was
I
terrible.
didn't like 78.
My-
Boring. Oh, that was terrible. The third one. Oh.
I'll tell you what, we're going to be on opposite sides here, mate, because the 1978 one was my favourite one. I like the second one more than the others. I like the 94 one because it was very kind of. It reminded me of Scream a lot. The 94 one, it was very Scream-X one, and then like the 78 one, just because I love big horror movies and slasher movies set at like camp in the olden days. It's just like one of them things I like.
My favorite too.
So it was my favorite, but I do agree with you. I thought the third one was fucking boring.
Well, I don't like that olden days stuff in horror.
Until spoiler alert, until like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah,
the last 20 minutes of the third one is.
I don't even remember. I don't remember anything from all of them. Actually,
that's
not like the third one. I don't remember anything.
That's one of the reasons I didn't like The Witch. I can't be dealing with these old
That's why I don't like
century, these, thou, them, old talking with like the old Shakespeare language. I can't be dealing with that.
Yeah,
although, to be fair, Fear Street didn't really go for the authenticity. At least with The Witch, they went with the authenticity of like how they would have talked back in them days. In Fear Street, it was kind of like, "Hey, dude, it's 1592," but you know,
yo,
like,
man,
they didn't even attempt to go with any
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah,
the movie don't come out in like decades.
They were just talking with American accents. I'm like, pretty sure the American accent did not exist in like 1600.
Say, yo, we burned a witch last night, dude. That's my American accent.
Oh dear.
There you go. You can fit it in Amityville.
I thought that was Scots.
It was Welsh.
And I'm offended. That's a hate crime.
Oh.
That's funny.
No.
Oh, it is.
So, JT, what was your top? Don't have to go into too much detail. Give us some of your like top picks from your like top 50 movies of all time.
Best Die Hard better be there now.
No, it's not. It would be on my top 50 though. There's a few that would be, and I'm not giving anything away. Fuck you. Go watch the video.
Link is in the description.
I never give spoilers unless I'm doing a video and giving spoilers.
I did mean to watch the video, but I just got caught up with time because I only saw the tweet today, and it was like, I was working and obviously doing shit, so.
Yeah, let me know what you think, because we will not agree on some things for sure. Like,
I want to know one thing, JT. Was any of the Basket Cake movies in the top 40? No, that breaks my heart.
I know, right?
What's the point?
Or Frankenhooker? No, that won't either.
No, that wasn't there. No,
come on.
It didn't make it. It did not make it.
All Italian, weren't they?
I'm so disappointed.
They're not all Italian, no. There's a decent amount.
See, the thing is, it's like.
Puppet Master 26 was there.
Puppet Master 26. Yeah, that'll be coming in like 5 years by the rate they're going.
Gareth comes across like this well-spoken,
bullshit artist.
So like, it's like Gareth takes the movies is pretty, so like, it's his top 50 would be Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, Steven Seagal movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, Sylvester Stallone movies, and I'm totally down with that because they're my top 50 movies as well.
I know what's number one.
Sounds like his movie should be a bit more like intelligent.
I know what would be number one on Gareth's list.
Oh.
I know what would be number one. Undercover Brother. Tell me I'm wrong, Gareth. Tell me I'm wrong.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. I would agree with that.
What about the life and times of Judge Roy Bean? Wouldn't be on there.
Is that Paul Newman?
Yeah. I have no idea what you're talking about, JT. What's that?
It's an inside thing with somebody else, so it's nothing to do with anything. So that's
my number one is obvious. Like my number one's Halloween Ends, and then second is Skinamarink.
Black Christmas number one,
and Black Christmas, and then Elm Street Part 5. Yeah,
Die Hard 5. Yeah,
And then Spookies is number 6. That's one of my favorites. Love that.
Yeah, I might be speaking to the director of Spooky soon, so be careful.
Oh, tell him he's a twat.
After he gets done on his surgery, I will.
Will he die before the stream ends? How old is he? About 94?
Not this one, no.
No. Most of Gareth's interviews, like you wonder, like the guest is going to die before the stream ends. They're that old.
Yeah.
I can interview young people. It's not interesting.
That's funny.
It actually is a question. Is a question for you, Gareth.
What thought to making this film? Like what?
Is the director? Is he the actual Spookies director, or did he do the one that got like the only film?
Yeah, I think he's the original before it got edited to shit.
Well, he would be interesting to speak to about. Actually, yeah, fair enough.
Ooh, I don't know if Flight of the Navigator would be in mine. I do love that film.
No,
I want to get the Skinamarink guy just to like a gag interview, like ask some serious questions, like I'm into it and stuff, and like it's all inside joke. We all fucking hate the movie. That might be an idea.
that movie, that Flight of the Navigator movie, like as a kid, I distinctly remember, but it's a film that like doesn't seem to like.
I haven't seen Flight.
Like, nobody seems to talk about it anymore. It never gets shown on TV. Nobody ever seems to talk about it.
No, like, Disney film that's not well.
I know Iron Maiden has a song named after her. I know that.
There you go.
Yeah, you missed a comment.
That's
Yeah, I love Skyscraper with Anna Nicole Smith, but I only get in the first 5 minutes when there's a shower scene and then I lose interest.
yeah. That happens.
I'd tell you what, that Anna Nicole Smith, like fair play to her. She really she ain't her money, I reckon.
Well, she married the billionaire.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the stuff she would have had to do to that old man to like.
Oh yeah, and it all worked out beautifully in the end for her.
Like none of us would have done it anyway.
Every day that old guy would have just been looking at her saying, right, lick my nuts, and she'd have to do it if she wanted the money.
I would have done that for that money.
Yeah, exactly.
Me too.
Right? Yeah. Weird.
I
would have took him for a bath and everything.
Gay pride flag on top of the screen right now.
I would have broke his hip for sure.
But only got wicket keeping.
Never mind, that's something to take a Spooky Dookie. Fuck is Spooky Dookie?
What's Spooky Dookie?
I have no idea.
Is that a sex thing?
Sounds like it might be. You ready for that Spooky Dookie?
You didn't pop them.
Or is it like you're taking a shit and a ghost appears?
Spooky Dookie. Yeah, could be.
Could be, right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Spooky Dookie.
Sounds like a new name for like going for a wank or something, doesn't it?
It's a movie.
I'm just going to have a sneaky Spooky Dookie. Just
go on, then.
Spooky Dookie.
Be quick.
Get the tissues.
Yeah.
That's posh.
I think that's what
by the way, that's not my wanking face.
Every time Gareth goes to fix the TV when he's doing a live stream, he's going for a Spooky Dookie, really.
I don't have to fix it anymore. I don't use that shit old tablet anymore. You made a
only because I fucking told you to get it sorted.
Yeah, no one else give a shit.
Wait, what did they tell you?
He kept on fucking his TV kept on fucking up every time he was doing a live stream.
I thought you were talking about YouTube about telling you about like watching with the TV on the screen.
Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going for a Spooky Dookie.
All right, no problem, buddy.
In a bed. You've had your hour.
Have a fun spook.
Fucking off. The 15 minutes I was supposed to be out.
Good.
No, every time Gareth was doing a live stream, there'd always be like an issue with I don't know. You explain with the fucking TV. I don't know. It would always go off.
There was a tablet connected to StreamYard that was watching the TV.
Yeah.
So then the tablet would disconnect from the internet. So I'd have to go refresh the page.
Oh, to get it back on.
To get it back in. And obviously Mike, with his whatever drugs he's on, couldn't cope.
OCD.
Couldn't cope. That's funny.
His issues. So I got a PC to connect with a webcam now, so it doesn't disconnect.
How is Hollow Scream H2O? How is Hollow Scream H2O when you watched it the other day?
We never got around to it.
Oh no, it didn't happen.
All's well as well.
Yeah, that upset Mike even more.
I was all sorts. Had me a bottle of lager, had me like bag of crisps, like oh yeah, and I was like, clicked on this live in 24 days. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I could have sworn it said he was going live.
It wasn't my fault. Like, so we have guests.
We could be late by 20 minutes, but I'm late by a month. I'm like,
he's still covered.
I do love that film. I do love that film, although there's like zero blood. And
well, there's a little bit. The girl gets fucked up.
It's not much though. It's very sort of. It's a very tame. It's like that's a 15.
It is a 15.
That was an 18 on VHS though, right? In '98. What
film are we talking about?
Halloween H2O.
Do you know?
It was an 18. That does not deserve an 18.
Because I mentioned that before because I was like, I'm sure it was an 18 at the cinema, like H2O. I'm 100% sure it was. But it's a 15 now, isn't it?
I think
hasn't it been changed?
Well, they do drop them, yeah.
They don't change them on the
never an 18
re-releases because they like it having an 18.
No nudity, very little violence, not much bad language.
Yeah, I quite like Halloween H2O actually.
I liked it when I was younger.
But it definitely went up higher in the list when fucking Halloween Ends came out. I know that much.
Oh yeah, sure.
No, it's still an 18.
Really? I thought it was a 15 for some reason. I thought it
it hasn't been reclassified in 24 years, so they're just happy with an 18, I guess.
Professor, that made me think of The Killer Eye from Full Moon. For some reason.
Deadly Weapons sold.
That's such an insane fucking movie.
That's another watch party.
It's such a...
just make a list of these movies that people are coming out with.
It's like from the early 90s.
H2O, so it's just like a West Coast movie, though, isn't it? For Halloween, you know.
Yeah.
It's got that sunshine and.
The thing is,
it is a Californian movie, but it's just.
Oh yeah.
The thing is with H2O, I remember it's like going into the cinema to watch it, and I remember like I loved it when I first seen it, but like I think. When did it come out? 98, I think.
Yeah, 98, yeah.
I think I would have been. It came out just before my 18th birthday, so I wasn't really allowed to go in and watch
78.
it. But it was one of my favorites at the time. But like over the years, though, it's kind of it's not as good as what it was when I was a kid.
Back when I was a kid and I saw it, but
yeah,
over the years, same thing. Just completely went downhill.
Yeah.
There's still some good stuff in there. The way they portray Laurie's like trauma and stuff like that leagues better than these new films. Like so much better. I'd take H2O any day.
And I would also say like
they do a great job.
All right, I love.
Get down, Shep.
They do a great job with
she struggles to get on the bed now.
Oh, bless her.
She's gonna shit
herself. That's the first time I actually saw her.
No, but it is good the way
activity.
The way they sort of like as we mentioned before, the way they explain Laurie as a character in '98 H2O, the way she's gone through the trauma of the first
it's movie. Better than the new ones.
Seeing Michael in the reflection,
so
she's an alcohol borderline.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And
I also
I love about that movie.
And I also like the kind of that final showdown between Laurie and Michael. It's done so much better in H2O than what it's done in Halloween Ends.
I love the shot of Laurie and Michael between the round window and the door, just not the mask. If that mask was a different mask, that would have been such a great shot. Yeah,
Do you know when I first watched that? I never even noticed it was CGI, or I just remember. No, I really didn't.
If that was an actual good mask, that would have been a great shot.
Yeah, because there's another shot of it CGI, isn't it? Was when I don't know whether I think he's just killed the lad in the kitchen, or maybe I think, which is quite bad.
Just the whole idea of that it's a fucking mask. Put it on the guy's face. What are you using computers and shit for? Making it complicated for any reason. What did that CGI add to the mask that they couldn't do with a regular ass mask, shoving it on the guy's head?
Or like how bad was the mask that they had to do that?
Yeah,
I mean, they never bothered them with Halloween 4, did it?
Someone blew up a truck with the mask they had. They had like 100 masks, like on set and stuff. Somebody blew it up, terrorists or something.
As much as I love Halloween 4, which it's one of my favorite Halloween movies, I do like Halloween 4. That mask is just
shocking.
What are you on about? There's the mask.
I love it on the cover.
That is not
It
the
looks
mask
like
in the
that's
movie.
No, it's not. I love it on the cover.
That's Wanda's mask.
That's probably my favorite mask besides the original on the cover there.
Yeah.
Because it looks just like the original.
Do you know what they should have just kept him in? They should have just kept him in the bandages, I think, because he looked fucking so cool like that. And he just had like the bandages on. Like, just keep that. Yeah. Just change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Instead of putting
Rob
a
Zombie,
mask on him.
Rob Zombie in H2 turned him into the bum.
Well, did anybody else?
Let's not talk about fucking Rob Zombie's H2.
You know how I feel about that film.
Was that in your top 40?
No.
Good.
Are you serious?
Sorry,
Mike. That ain't in my top 40. This is films of all time.
Does anybody answer Pro Physical Media's question? Favorite Linda Blair movie?
Scream.
Bad Goldman. Savage Streets.
Savage Streets is great. I haven't seen that in a long time.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I like her in most things. Hell Knight is great. The Exorcist, obviously. The Exorcist too. She gives a good performance too. Actually,
Repossessed, like he says.
That's a very good shout, JT. Actually, as bad as that film is, Linda Blair is actually she's good in that film. Like, you know.
The best part of Hell Knight is Linda Blair's cleavage.
Yes,
Jeez,
absolutely.
God,
that's why it came to mind.
I would say, you know what? Outside the exit, you got it like Repossessed is funny as fuck. I don't care what anyone says. I love that movie. So yeah, there you go. That's true.
I like Day 2 a lot more than I used to when I watched the new transfers, probably because I watched a couple of things after Ends. Well, anything's gonna look.
I'll tell you what Halloween Ends did for me, because I didn't like Kills too much. I think I gave it like a 2 out of 5 or a 2.5 out of 5. I think I gave it. But I like
that's more than generous.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is with Kills is I think it did have some good Michael. Well, this is the thing I'm getting to. Yeah. It had some really good Michael Myers moments in Kills.
Yeah.
It just the other shit in it just didn't work. But basically, when I watched Halloween Ends, my God, did I appreciate Halloween Kills so much more. It went up.
Well, that's just like looking at diarrhea than looking at a solid piece of shit. And it's actually a little more visually appealing. It's not great at all, but I'd rather look at that.
Yeah.
That's one way.
That's exactly what Halloween Ends did for me. It made me like Kills more. So if I was to rate Kills now, it'd probably be like a 3 out of 5 instead of fucking 2.5.
I don't like any of the trilogy at all. Even 2018, I don't care for.
You didn't?
No.
I actually,
there's some good moments. There's some good stuff in there, but it's not one that I'd ever really throw on and watch again, like for any reason.
I liked the 2018 Halloween.
I know a lot of people did. Even people who hate the other two after that, like the first one a lot.
Yeah, I would say
it leads better by two, like from Kills.
Yeah, I would say it's my second favorite after the original. To be honest with you,
I wish they just ended it after the original, honestly, but then we wouldn't have Halloween 3. So Halloween 3 is my favorite sequel.
Or 4.
Yeah, I like
4 or 6, which I adore 6.
Oh my God!
I will say,
really.
But you gotta take like parts of the producer's cut and parts of the theatrical cut and put it together.
Does anybody think that Halloween Kills, like the soundtrack, was the best of all the Halloween movies ever made, even the original? I love. Okay.
It was good.
Doing Ends. It
was the best of the trilogy. It's the best of the trilogy.
I love the soundtrack to Kills.
I think. I get what you're saying, man. I think it was it's because the 2018 soundtrack I really did like, because they brought John Carpenter back to do them, didn't they? And I thought the soundtrack to that was brilliant. But I must admit, I did like Kills' soundtrack. It was probably one of the best things in the movie. Was
the first 10 minutes of the first 10 minutes of Kills is fucking amazing. I think.
Yeah.
Just the flashback to 78, just the look. And Michael, I mean, James Jude Courtney, is it?
Yeah.
The way he moves is so much like the cast is so on point.
I must admit, mate, I like the way. Yeah, I like the way they explained how he got out of the basement in the house as well, and the way he takes out them fucking firemen. I was just like,
I don't like any
This
of
is
any of
awesome.
that whole door thing.
It's
and
just
stuff.
like-
why
it's
she
like-
built that room to keep him in there. Why did she build a fucking metal door that he can hide behind when she turns it on fire and fucking lights it up?
Because JT,
That makes
he
no
needed a sequel, mate. That's why.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense plot wise, though. And
She didn't have a man
your
to
script
think it
is your
through.
most important thing. In a film, your script is everything, and that's fucking stupid. So, just like in
Yeah.
Resurrection, when they took back the if they ended H2O, and that was the end of the series, I'd be fine with that. Cutting off Michael's head at the end,
Yeah.
and then done, and then they had to retcon that
That
bullshit.
was
And that was all Williamson doing that shit too. No
One-
surprise there.
I remember.
Let's have him
yeah.
break the guy's trachea conveniently, like
Oh.
without him knowing that he's
Oh.
going to end up in the ambulance crushed against the
I
thing.
remember back in the day, JT, right? I remember it came out in 2002. I remember we were getting a new Halloween Resurrection,
I
and
was like, they
everything.
cut his head off. How?
And one of the main reasons why I wanted to go and watch that was I just wanted to see
they
how
do
the
it.
fuck they were going to explain
Oh yeah.
the end of H2O.
Oh yeah.
and
that's me too. And it
From
was
minute
insane.
one, that film just lost me straight
it's
away. I'm just like, no,
It's
stop.
terrible. I know people
It's
like
just
it
like-
in a stupid fun way, but it's not even enjoyable that way for me.
Yeah.
This
It
is
was
a
just like,
moment or two.
what an insult! What an insult to like the character of Laurie Strode as well. It's like
Massively.
we're just going to kill you off in the first 10 minutes, and we're going to do this really
Yeah.
bad sort of like we're going to set a movie. It's basically we're trying to cash in on like the sort of internet age, but it was the internet before the internet was any good. So it was all like sort of crappy.
But
Yeah,
yet it
before
worked like 10
broadband.
years advanced in the movie.
Just
But
like
it's
didn't
not only
work.
that, man. Like with H2O, I mean, the ending of that, I think it's a great ending. It just
Yeah.
brilliant. Full stop. Done. We don't need any more. They shit all over that fucking
Oh,
completely.
yeah. That's it's the worst.
You know, so you're trying to tell me that paramedic fucking sat up like Michael Myers in a body bag,
Yeah,
Man,
exactly.
Yeah.
For no
Okay.
reason.
managed to
And acting
survive
all
the
ominous and
fucking
shit.
managed to survive being crushed next to a fucking. He was on a log with the fucking truck. Still, like it was Michael Myers' eyes. He was still the same guy from before
Why did
because
you
he
take the
made
mask
that
off as
clear.
well? Why did you take the mask off?
Who fucking
When?
knows?
Reason.
When he's reaching out, why did you just take the mask off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
Sorry,
does,
I've got
does
this
struggle with
stupid
it
mask
for a
on.
second.
I don't know who.
Yeah, why not take it off? Like his trach is
Stupid.
broken. You don't have brain damage. Maybe he does from the accident. Who knows? It's so stupid.
Yeah, it was shit.
Oh,
Let's just
shit.
fucking.
Right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
All right,
Okay,
you
Gareth.
bastard. Love you, man.
Gareth,
care,
I
man.
miss,
See you later.
I miss you already.
Plug your next stream, guy. Oh, he's gone. I was going to say
God.
plug your next stream.
Yo, he's just out as soon as it's done. He's
He
just like,
just gave me the finger and left. That's why I love
yeah.
him.
Like,
I love
I was gonna ask you to plug your stream, but he's out.
I love being treated like shit. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
I
a weird
know.
thing.
That's funny.
For that, I'm not going to even plug Gareth's channel. He's fucked off.
Yeah,
Gareth hasn't got a channel.
Fuck Gareth.
He's cancelled his channel now. He no longer does YouTube.
yes.
It's all
And
right
he has
now,
an
mate.
island with the Weinstein somewhere. With
Yeah.
the
It's all right now, mate. The A team's here now. We were just, he was just.
yeah,
bored.
we were being
Doesn't
polite.
matter. Yeah,
We were being polite.
these fucking YouTubers that are.
Yeah.
It's
I know.
crazy.
Well, when you've got a
Especially
1,000 plus subscriber YouTube channel, you've got to be careful. You can't like say anything too controversial because you don't want to get like hauled in front of the YouTube, authority. You lose
Yeah,
out
no, God
sponsorship
forbid.
stuff.
Yeah,
when you
the
like
YouTube
when
cops
you
come.
like the little people like when you like the under the 1,000 sub people like us, that the low lives. We can just say what we want.
The
So,
fucking
yeah.
pond life.
yeah, the scum,
yeah, we're
the
pond
scum,
scum.
the scum underneath your feet. That's us. So,
Just start a club name and just
We
like
can say what we want.
Crancrest Lake Pond Scum.
Fucking YouTube twats.
The YouTube twats. There you go. There's another one.
If we ever do a podcast, that's the name of the podcast.
Okay.
YouTube twats.
I rather like the Three Brits and a Yank with Mike, me, and Gareth and Ricky.
That's a cool one. That. Oh,
That
but
was
yeah,
funny.
that's a good point with it. Talking about Ricky, I've got to announce a YouTube Entertainer of the Month thing tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
I'll announce it tomorrow. Well, I could announce it now. Actually, I don't know. I could.
I'm assuming Ricky's won because you just
Yeah.
said about Ricky.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I've the cat's out the bag, in it. Yeah, we did.
That's right. Yeah, and good for him.
Yeah,
He's eating cat food, so I'll
Oh,
definitely go.
mate.
Give
Oh no, good thing Gareth left. Gareth would be fucking just
I know.
bitching right now.
You should have mentioned it while I was here.
I
Yeah,
know. I was just thinking of that.
I messaged him. I messaged him before tonight just to let him know that he won it. But I said to him, "I'll do a video like announcing it. That I'll have it out tomorrow, and then I'll take the reins over to you."
So, Zodiac's read my mind. Zodiac just mentioned what are you, because this was going to be a topic for tonight anyway. What is expectations for Crystal Lake TV series? Dan mentions, he said positive things.
I've also heard positive things.
So have I, actually.
So,
I know Lauren has also.
I've tried to keep away from like too much stuff, but
Me too.
So it's set right during the time of like Jason's mum.
Is it Jason's?
Am I still right in thinking that?
I believe Jason's
set in the 50s.
When he's a kid.
So it's set in the 60s. It's set in the 50s or the 60s,
58.
right?
50s, yeah.
57, 58 it would be. 57.
Yeah.
So Jason's like 10, 11 years old, is he? Something like that?
About that.
Yeah. 10, I think.
Yeah.
Because they haven't, I still don't really know where we're up to with this rights issue.
I just want to see a Mongoloid kid running around all the time in every episode.
Running into a tree.
Well, I don't know if 2024 will allow that sort of behavior. Maybe it'll have to look like I don't know. But
getting hit by a swing. Being turned into a comedy then.
Rights,
just a bunch of shit happening.
I don't even know where are we up to with the rights thing?
Right. What I believe is right. There's an issue with they can't name it Friday the 13th. Like they can't use the Friday the 13th title.
I'm pretty sure they can't say Pamela Voorhees too. I think they have to say Mrs. Voorhees.
There's certain things that they can't use. So
yeah,
I don't know how they're going to weave around it. But they obviously found a way.
The Mrs. Voorhees thing makes sense because if it's taking place at the camp, she's a cook there and stuff. Most people are going to be calling her Mrs. Voorhees.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they could make that work.
But I must admit, when this first
that actually has some clever double meanings to it.
I would love to see that. Be like, there's a future fucking notorious serial killer that comes back from a grave, fucking banging a pie.
Young Jason, and happens to be young Jason Biggs, who fucked a pie in American Pie.
I was like, when this got announced, I was just thinking to myself, like, how is this even? I couldn't wrap my head around how it was going to work. You know.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, apparently it's getting received well. So
what's the thing in the original story? He just, in the original story, like he drowns, and then 20 years later.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
She comes back, kills Michelle, and then he comes back in 1981.
As much as I love part 2, it doesn't make any sense when you you watch the original at all.
The whole continuity, really the whole series makes no sense at all.
Because he gets the penis caught up to yet.
You made me think, Dan, of
sounds like
the big guy, the Mexican guy in Piranha 3 Double D in the pool when he's putting fucking the jet.
It sounds like a better plot for like the show than like when I've
I know, right? It's like, why aren't the people listening to this right now and taking our ideas?
It sounds like my next holiday.
That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did it? Another Never Hike Alone as well.
When is it supposed to be coming out? Crystal Lake. Does anyone know?
I think
is it next year
2024. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so say January, February next year, is it?
Yeah, that's what I've been led to believe. But
okay.
I don't know who's streaming it. Has anybody got the rights to it?
It'll be Paramount Plus, won't it?
Paramount Plus. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
do you know what?
Is Paramount Plus a streaming service strictly, or do they also do live TV? Because in the UK, it's just a stream. It's just a.
I'm not sure.
And in the state, I wasn't sure in the States whether they actually had a live TV service.
They do on TV.
Be going up.
What's TV?
Yeah, we don't have it, but I have it. They have it on Peacock also. Yeah, Zodiac just said Peacock. Yeah, they have live TV too.
There's also there are these
more streaming services are starting.
There are websites with like we have a pirate in the title, which we can always use to watch anything which is always on Studio.
And
So,
which
you know.
is what I use 90% of the time anyway.
That's how I watch half my shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Peaceful movies on the bay.
Curse of the Apple Pie.
It's the apple.
Peacock.
Oh, it's a peacock. Okay.
The streaming service.
I stand corrected.
It's also Bird. It's also two meetings.
Do you know why I was thinking Paramount Plus? Is because like the Friday the 13th movies are Paramount.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. When for some reason I just like instinctively thought.
But then it changed. Yeah.
Peacock seemed to be
getting
a lot. Peacock seems to be getting a lot of this stuff. They got the Halloween movies, which still baffles me. It still baffles me that they were streaming the Halloween movies like almost to the day they were released in cinemas.
Yeah,
they
do that with a few movies.
I know we had COVID, but it was just like such a strange decision to me.
I think with that decision, mate, I think the studio had no faith in that movie. They knew it was dog shit.
Yeah,
that's why.
Just like Jeepers Creepers Reborn and 3.
I haven't seen Reborn yet.
Oh, don't ever watch it.
God.
Is it really that bad?
If you want to die and be reborn, you go ahead and watch it. I don't know what that entails in the afterlife, so take your chances.
It's cheap. It's very cheap. Very cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cheap.
CGI all over the place. Green screen all over the place. Like even in the scene, like with cops coming at the end. Yeah. There's CGI cops. Like it's a screen with the cops in the background, and then the foreground is the characters and shit. It's like they couldn't get a car here. Like it's like, come on, man.
I haven't checked out Reborn. I feel like I need to watch it. I feel like I need to check it out.
I've not seen the third one.
The third one is worse.
Oh, it's
I've not seen that. I've not seen that one.
Terrible too.
It's fucking awful.
It's so
awful. Yeah,
like those are like some of the only rant videos on the channel for me. It's the Jeepers Creepers 3 and Reborn. And Return to Sleepaway Camp. Oh,
do you know? I don't think I've ever really had I don't know. I think the Part 5 Elm Street one was a little bit of a rant. I'm not too sure.
I still gotta watch your 4 and 5.
But, yeah. Do you know that was a weird one with Part 4 because when I first watched that, like I was maybe 11, 12 years old, something like that when I first watched Part 4, and I liked it back then.
I liked 4 too back then.
And I hadn't really watched it like since. It's not one that I've ever like kind of gone back to and watched. Yeah. And then rewatching it for this series, man, I just was like, fucking this is terrible. Like it's not
That's exactly how I felt too. Like going back to it, and I was like, wow, I remember it being a lot better. Like still not great at all, but
me too. Well, what's the
him with the waiter and being a waiter and all that stupid shit. Like that's where all the comedy comes in, like way too much. And just he's not scary anymore.
The thing is with Part 4 as well, it's the first time in the series that Robert Englund's name is like at the front of everyone else's. And that's when you know it's like, right, okay. But the weird thing is with Part 4, I kind of understand why they went down that route because the popularity of Freddy Krueger at the time was like just fucking through the roof. Huge. So I get it. And Part 4 made a fucking shit ton of money.
Oh, yeah. They all did in the 80s.
But it's I prefer my Freddy Krueger fucking dark.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
not
why I
not
like Chucky,
you know.
Chucky's different. Like he has that same type of goofball.
But he was always funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it started with humor, but then it just got like way more.
Yeah.
Freddy started off terrifying.
But like we said before,
now he's a waiter in Part 4.
Yeah. But like we said before, mate, when it comes to Chucky never scared me because you could just follow him down the hallway and he's gone.
Yeah, we always say just fucking
punch him. What's scary about him?
Out the window.
Yeah, you can't escape. You can't escape your dreams, can you? You know, it's just
exactly.
Yeah, you can't escape a small ass plastic doll.
And that was one of the things when I was watching Part 5, and it was like they made Freddy Krueger just too. He's not scary anymore. He's just a joke. He's just there, just doing these stupid little. And I was just like. The fear's gone when you watch the movies. Like if you watch the third one, you start to see the change. But I think they kind of
that was a decent.
I think they kind of
balance there.
Yeah, they kind of rode the line quite well.
Yeah,
with what they were doing. I mean, the first 2 movies though, he's fucking terrifying. Like you do not, especially in 2, more so in 2.
Yeah, that's
like
what
you don't want this guy popping up in your fucking dreams. You know what I mean?
Or your pool party barbecue either.
No, part 5. You wouldn't give a shit. You'd be like, "Who's this twat with the hat?"
Yeah, it's like look at this burnt motherfucker. Like,
go away.
Look at this burnt twat.
Who's this burnt twat? But then that's another thing as well. In part 5, I noticed watching it. I thought the makeup. I thought he looked fucking
terrible, right?
It looks awful.
Yeah, the makeup in 4 and 5 does not look good at all.
Yeah, consider when you look at part 1, kind of shoot him in the dark a little bit so you can't really see. But part 2, he looks tremendous.
Yeah,
like I don't know why they didn't keep that kind of like model for him.
Looks great in 3 too.
Yeah, he does.
Just like it looks, he's a lot darker, like in the tone of his face, like the skin tone with the burns and stuff in the first 3. In the 4th and 5th one, it looks too fleshy. You know what I mean? Like pink and like human skin color, and it looks
the same.
It looks rubber. It doesn't. You could see that
it's the same with Freddy's Dead as well.
Yeah. And then Wes Craven's New Nightmare was fantastic with the makeup there.
I'm actually looking forward to rewatching that. You know.
Yeah, I still got to do it. I gotta watch it. After doing the last 3 and the remake, I just didn't want anything to do with Freddy Krueger for like a long while. I was like, I don't care how good and how much I love New Nightmare. I'm watching the Nightmare film for a while now. So maybe soon I'll get back to it finally.
Well, watch it before. Actually, watch it similar to the same time as me. So we build up to Freddy versus Jason there.
There they go.
New Night, obviously, like when he did New Nightmare, that was kind of like he wanted that to be the Scream success.
Yeah, let's not say that because that's so much better at everything than Scream is.
He can't let his hatred of Scream go for 1 minute.
Nah. Especially that he like you said, he did it himself much better with New Nightmare like a year before.
Well, this is the thing. Like I've said this before. I remember when I watched the New Nightmare when I was like 13, 14, I think was like the first time I watched it. Yeah. And I didn't like it because it was so far removed from the other ones at the time. It just didn't connect with me. Yeah. But I have and I've never watched it since. Yeah. So when I watch it again now to do a review,
that'll be an interesting rewatch.
It will be. Do you know, I actually have a feeling I'm gonna like it.
Oh yeah, I know.
I generally do.
It might. You know what though? It might. You know what the thing is though? You might rewatch it, and you'll be like, "This is like a lot of these sort of like the social commentary and like this is like the method aspects of it. Be like, oh, it's been done before, but then you'll think you'll remind yourself that this did it first.
This was the first time.
Not saying it's the first time, but a lot of the stuff that he was doing in this film in '94. You know, obviously he went on to copy in the Scream movies, and then everybody then copied Scream. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff you'll see in this film, which if you haven't seen, I mean, I've watched this film since the '90s myself. The stuff going on in that film that it's really had a massive impact on like a lot of these meta movies of the late '90s.
Yeah. Was it a
Lucio Fulci did a
New Nightmare? Did it
do
well?
Yeah,
like,
decently.
Box office wise, did it actually?
Sure it did.
No, I don't think it did. It didn't do what he wanted. Well, it did. I think it did okay, but it didn't do the numbers that he wanted. And the way, because obviously Scream was, he's always said that Scream was what he wanted New Nightmare to be, the success. Because when New Nightmare sort of failed in terms of like
commercially,
commercially, the way it didn't take off the way Scream did. A lot of the stuff he wanted to say in New Nightmare, he then took into Scream, and then he tweaked things around, and then Scream just went massive.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look at it now, just to see what it actually.
He was disappointed in how.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Well,
the budget was $8 million, and it made back 19.8.
Yeah. So what was Scream?
More than double.
I'll check Scream now, mate. Actually.
I mean, it's probably going to be what 150 million or something stupid, ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, let's have a look. So Scream was, here we go. I've got it, mate. Well, yeah. So Scream was between like 14 to 15 million. It says here, and its box office was 173 million.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
A lot of money spent on that. A lot of money spent on that movie.
JT's so bitter about the money the screen made.
I'm good.
I tell you what, though,
glad that they did good.
No, to be fair, JT, the budget for Saw 1 and what it made back, that was big. That must have been a big jump. Must have been a big jump.
It's a huge independent film.
But I will say this, JT, I do respect your opinion on Scream. You know, like I do.
Well,
like, but I love the movie. I love the movie, but when you talk about it, you do put a good argument across. But I disagree with you, but I respect your opinion on it.
I know you.
There you go. What did Saw? So Saw was Christ, yeah. So Saw was basically $1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million. And it made 103.9 million back.
Yeah, it's insane.
Freaking nut. The first Saw movie is tremendous, man.
Oh yeah,
so good.
At what point did the Saw movie stop making? I mean, when
I think around Saw 5, it probably.
I wonder what the highest grossing one was.
I'm guessing it'd be probably 1 or 2.
Tell you what, I'll find out.
I think it would be the later one, maybe in the middle of the franchise.
You reckon?
Maybe.
Wouldn't they start to spend more money and then make less money? I can't imagine any of them. I'd say 1 is probably the most profitable.
There you go. Put in highest grossing Saw movie and see what it says. So, if I were to have a guess, I'd say probably something like maybe the 2.
3 or 4 is what I'm thinking.
So Saw 2 is the highest with it.
Okay, so 2.
Yeah, Saw 2 is the highest, yeah. According to this, anyway, what I'm reading.
That makes sense. Especially after the hype after the first movie. So that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people were going there.
Yeah, Saw 2. Saw 2 is the one, yeah.
That's all right, Zodiac. Everyone does.
I liked, you know what? I thought Saw 2 was a sequel was absolutely brilliant.
I used to like it a lot more when I was younger too, but I still love the whole series. But it went down in my ranking of the series. So.
Yeah, I like the first 3. I actually really enjoy, and I remember watching Saw 4, and I think that's when my kind of thing for the series started to.
That's where it
go down a little bit.
Most people.
Yeah, because then I watched Saw 5, and that was it.
5's
I haven't watched any more after that. Yeah.
5's the weakest one for me. Like in the original 7.
How are they? Like I've only watched the first 3. How are they dragging out? I mean, when you get to like 5, 6, what is the actual premise without Jigsaw there? What's the basic premise of the?
Well, you had Amanda working for Jigsaw as his apprentice, and then she dies in the 3rd movie, and then he dies in the 3rd movie. The 4th one takes place at the same time as the 3rd one, so he's still alive until the end of the movie.
That's like the twist at the end kind of thing. It's all at the same time.
Yeah, it comes together. And then you find out that he has another apprentice, is Mark Hoffman, one of the cops, like detectives. And then it's just, I love that guy. That's what will deter people from the after the 3rd movie. You got to like Hoffman's character, otherwise you're probably not going to like.
That's when I was out, mate.
Yeah, I love Hoffman. What a great villain! great villain.
Completely disagree with you.
Oh, that's right.
That's like
I respect your opinion.
But you're wrong. No, it's he's up there with like Corey from fucking Halloween Ends for me.
Yeah, I would never go that low.
No, I wouldn't go that far now.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. No one would. Nobody possibly can.
But it just. I think the mistake they made was like killing off Jigsaw in the 3rd one. Like,
yeah, I can see that argument.
Did they like JC? You'll probably notice after 3, was it their intention to end the franchise, or did they always?
It must have been.
Yeah, it was. Then they continued on with it after the sales of the 3rd movie. I mean, they all did very well, and exactly. Hoffman's awesome.
It was always 1 year. It was like yeah, wasn't it? Like for like 7 years. Every single like Halloween, it was like a
it was like a yearly event. It was
every year.
that was the franchise of the 2000s. You know, that and Paranormal Activity, they were kind of like the what you when you associate.
It was like exactly when Paranormal Activity started is where Saw ended the first 7, like a year apart or so. Then Paranormal Activity started, and that started being the franchise.
And that was like every Halloween,
until Insidious, and that took over.
And then the Conjuring universe took over. It's just like
the new Insidious is out on a week today. Anyway,
I should cover the sequels.
That actually leads us nicely into our next little segue. You know, because obviously Insidious is like, you know, that is like the next. I thought Insidious was done and dusted, you know, up until like last year. I thought we'd seen the last of it, and then now it's obviously back with a new movie. And Jason Blum actually came out the last couple of days and said there was a possibility of an Insidious Sinister crossover, which would have been great. He's probably said that's not going to happen now.
Oh,
no, that's not cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that, you know.
Being great. Yeah, I mean, I love this. I love Sinister. I like the first Insidious film. I've only seen the first.
I don't care for the Sinister films much.
2 or 3. I think the first 2 Insidious films. I've not seen the first. I've not seen like 4 of them or 5, whatever. But I love Sinister 1. But Sinister 1 for me is just like a classic. You know,
it was brilliant.
Traditional scary movie.
All right.
Genuinely scary. I'd rather that than that fucking Black Phone crap that Ethan Hawke was in.
That movie sucked.
Which everybody raved about.
I just watched it like a few months ago, like mad late after it came out. That movie sucked.
Black Phone was fucking awful, and Dave's looking a bit sheepish. I think Dave really liked that film.
Yeah, I did.
That's funny. That's right. We respect your opinion, but you're wrong.
Hey, I did. I did. I did like it. Yeah.
I didn't get the.
Oh, crack on. Oh.
No.
I'm not going to say a word.
No. It's like, you know, opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one.
Exactly.
You know, I just didn't.
Except for people without assholes for some medical reasons.
Well,
they exist.
I mean. Yeah, Dan says Black Phone has its moments. It's almost as overrated as Megan is. I think there's a lot of those. Did you enjoy Barbarian?
I haven't seen it yet.
That's all right.
Watch Barbarian.
Kind of like Castle Freak in an urban setting.
It's good. It was that overrated a little bit, maybe.
Oh yeah,
but
a lot of movies are.
It was very enjoyable.
Yeah, I still need to check it out. But I think
it's worth a watch for sure.
I think Barbarian was better than Smile. I think Smile was
much better than Smile.
Yeah, Smile was. I like Smile, but it's very formulaic.
Formulaic. Yeah, 100%. But I remember I went to watch it. I watched it open the night at our cinema over here, and it was quite a busy screening actually, and it got a reaction of the audience in there. That's normally I find, and I liked it anyway, but it was getting a good reaction in the cinema as well. Like people like fucking, you know, and I thought that's normally the sign of a decent film when like an audience is like really reacting to it.
Great theater experiences too.
Yeah, and I must admit, and I must admit there was moments in that film that generally fucking creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie. The ending, I think it went a bit daft when. Well, fucking spoiler alert, it's been out for a while, hasn't it? When you actually see what it is, and it's all so it went all CGI tall, fucking, and I'm like, all right, we never needed to see anything.
No,
that's you know what I mean. We don't need to see
any sequel now as well. It's kind of like, well, you do a sequel, you kind of like know what we're dealing with, so it's kind of ruined it. Because they probably will do a sequel with it.
100%.
It was a success, so
it did very, very well.
It did extremely well, yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, I enjoyed it overall. I thought it was decent. I haven't watched it since, but I thought it was decent.
It's a one-watch movie for me.
Yeah, but Barbarian's 100% on my list. I'm surprised I haven't even watched it yet. To be fair, you've reminded me.
I'm pretty sure it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
Has anybody watched The Wrath of Becky yet?
No.
No, I haven't even seen.
I've heard some good things. I haven't seen Becky either. That's why I haven't seen Wrath of Becky.
Yeah, Becky. If you've not seen Becky is kind of like okay, but it's a bit annoying with the main character. And this film is like a few years forward, where she's a bit older. She's a bit. If you've not seen the first film, it's pointless trying to. Yeah, it's a bit more like. This film doesn't take itself too seriously. So Sean William Scott's in it as well, which is always a good thing.
Right.
I like Sean William Scott, but
who doesn't love Stifler? Right?
I know, yeah, but I see that anybody. I mean, I love Michael Monroe from It Follows, and obviously The Guest.
Yeah.
No, she did a film called Significant Other from last year, which is a really good watch. If you've not seen it,
I heard of it. I still haven't seen
it. Yeah, I recommend it. I'm sure Dan's seen it. Dan's seen everything, so Significant Other is worth a watch. It's not where it goes in a totally. Not to say it's not what you expect. You go into it thinking one thing, and it kind of turns out being something different. But I really enjoy that. Michael Monroe is just. I mean, if you've seen it as well, that movie from last year where she goes to Romania, is it, or Watcher with Michael Monroe?
Yeah, I heard of it again.
That is really worth watching.
And Dan says
it's very much a Rear Window feel to it.
Okay.
Or Disturbia. If you've seen Rear Window, Disturbia, Summer of '84.
I mean, Disturbia is basically just a complete rip-off of Rear Windows.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. But it's a good movie, though.
Yeah, it's decent.
I love that.
Yeah, I do as well.
I've always said people rave about people who rave about like Summer of '84. I've always said Disturbia is a more enjoyable film for me than Summer of '84. But Watcher from 2022 with Michael Monroe, definitely worth checking out. Dan says, I've seen this, I know, because Michael Monroe, again, is in a movie called God is a Bullet, which is a new, I don't think it's on streaming yet, but I've seen good things about it.
Okay.
Michael Monroe's like, this is like this, let's say our generation screen, because like we're old. She's kind of like this, she's like a screen queen. She's like a screen queen for like the Gen Z.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know,
she's a really good actress.
Same with Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna run just because I gotta make some food and I gotta make some dinner and shit before Armageddon at 10, so I'm gonna bounce.
Okay, man.
No worries, buddy.
Well, we'll JT give us a quick plug. You got any?
What am I doing? Armageddon watch party at 10 tonight. The rest of the Ringu movies. The rest of the Ringu movies this weekend probably, and more Japanese shit that I don't understand.
And then in a couple of weeks, we're doing a Freddy vs. Jason watch party, mate.
Yes, Freddy vs. Jason. Oh, and the next month I'll be doing a Hatchet series watch party each week. So Hatchet 1 next week.
Nice.
So that'll be fun to go through that whole series again.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Love you. Love you.
I'll see you
guys soon. Take care, guys.
See you later, buddy.
And then there was 2.
The best 2. No, I'm kidding. I love JT. God, There's a Bullet is basically Death Wish. I like Death Wish, so Death Wish 3 is one of my favorite movies ever. So that'll do me.
How many Death Wish films was like 5 or 6? Was there?
There ended up being, I want to say, 5. With Charles Bronson.
I think it was 5. I've seen the first 3. I think I've seen 4.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
there's always a point where. There's always a point where these franchises just go a little bit too far. And you're like,
I've definitely seen Death Wish 4 because it's called The Crackdown, and I have seen that. I don't think I've ever seen Death Wish 5, but I'm sure there is a Death Wish 5. I'm 100% sure there is. But then there's the remake with or reboot. It's not really a reboot. Reboot with Bruce Willis that came out. Which, do you know what?
A strange choice for like Charles Bronson.
I didn't think the movie was bad. It didn't need to be called Death Wish. You could have called it something else.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't need to be.
And the Death Wish moves a little bit hardcore for like a modern audience as well. You know, like, if you're going to remake it, it's like a modern audience isn't really sort of, you know, Death Wish 2 being remade for a modern audience probably wouldn't work. You know, it's like really in any way, but
no.
Kingdom Hearts 5 coming to Blu-ray. So yeah, they made 5. Yeah,
they made 5. Yeah, they made. Yeah. All right. I don't think I've ever seen the 5th one.
No, I've not.
I don't think I ever have. No, but definitely. But I love Death Wish 3, mate. I know the film is terrible, but I think that's why I love it. It's just because Canon. I don't know whether Canon actually had 1 or 2, but they had Death Wish 3 for certain.
Yeah,
and
I don't know
it's so
one was,
over the top.
I'm not sure if 1 was before Canon's time, because 1 was like 74, 73. I'm not sure Canon was even around at that time.
It probably wasn't.
I always associate Canon with like the 80s. You know, I know obviously they may have existed before then, but that's when I associate.
You're probably right with that. Actually, Canon. You just associate the 80s with Canon, really, don't you?
Yeah.
Or Canon film with the 80s, but they definitely had Death Wish 3. I know that for certain because it's so over the top, man. It's glorious. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, Death 50 versus Jason.
Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, I think the date at the moment is let me just get me little. So I have to stop like double booking myself. So I have to start like actually writing things down now.
Yeah, you don't want to put yourself in for a stream when you've got.
Oh, honestly, mate, like it's just I don't know. My brain is just going on me at the moment a lot. I'm just forgetting shit. So at the moment, it's Thursday, the 13th of July. We've got it booked in for. So I think that's what's going to be the date that we're going to do Freddy versus Jason watch party on. So yeah, I'd like pop over, man. Give it a watch with us. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm still waiting for Gareth to sort out my Carry On Camping live stream commentary.
Yeah, I think we've sorted a date for. I'm doing my next one with him's Tango and Cash. Nice. In July at some point. I think we've got it down for like maybe. Actually, it could be the 15th of July. So I think I'm doing a watch party with JT on the Thursday, and then I'm on the Friday with Gareth. I'm looking forward to Tango and Cash, man. I adore that movie. Yeah. Absolutely love it. So it's just a great excuse to stick it back on and watch it again.
Is the theme for July a Kurt Russell or thing, or is it just a random one? What's the July? Is it
Stallone? Slight.
Okay.
Yeah. However way he's put it, it's something like, yeah. It's all Stallone. So he's got like watch parties of someone's got Over the Top. Someone's got that one. Someone's doing Lock Up, and
all the good ones. All the good ones have been taken. I might have to ask if he's got Death Race 2000. It's like fucking.
Yeah, he just
all the good ones are definitely taken up.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think there's any Rambos or any Rockies because they're like the obvious ones. So it's like other ones are being done. But he did give me a list actually, and I just saw Tango and Cash was still there, and I thought, yep, that's the one I'm going with. So I don't know what he's got left, if he's got any left or whatever. But yeah, ask him, see what he's got.
He'll just come up with like some sort of random like Carry On movies and some shit. He doesn't trust me with anything important.
Because that's the one when I was at work and I saw you on the live stream. I jumped on, I saw like one of the Carry On movies. I was like, what the fuck are all of you watching?
That was my idea, to be fair. I was like, you know what? I'll just suggest something like totally stupid.
He's totally
like, yeah. I thought he's bound to have it on VHS. So I was like, you know what? And yeah. Watch it before it's cancelled.
He's great. I think we're probably going to try and sort a date out between me, Gareth, and Jim from Jim Retro Emporium. Jim that's over here on the island. I think we're going to try and find a date to do Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 for some reason. I don't know why Part 4, but that's, I think it's probably Jim's choice. So I think we're trying to sort out a date for that as well. So that'll be like coming up probably in the next month or two or something. Just to see me I don't know. I fucking hate that movie. Like, you have to rewatch it. Oh, I just...
Nice bit of nudity with the pool thing going on with it. What's it? He's in like the hot tub thing, or he's like, what's the kill where he's in like he's in the bedroom, but it's like a...
Oh, it's when it's got like the naked in the waterbed.
Yeah. And it sort of becomes...
It's basically the beginning of that movie is just basically kind of, so all the Dream Warriors that are left.
Is that the one with the teacher? And he's the teacher as well?
Yeah.
Was that 5? With the hot teacher, and he's like fantasizing about it, and she walks in, and it's Freddy, and he's got his tongue. Is that 4 or 5?
Oh, fucking hell.
He's got like the crush. He's got like a crush on the hot teacher, and he falls asleep, and she walks in. She starts stripping off. I always forget that's 4 or 5.
Do you know what, mate? I don't remember seeing that before. The only thing I've seen about before with the teacher was when that young girl falls asleep and she has like asthma, and he ends up being the teacher, and it goes over and sucks all the air out of her and stuff.
Is it? Hang on, maybe it's not 3, is it?
Are you thinking with the nurse? You mean?
Is it the nurse? Sorry, not the teacher. Yeah. No, the nurse, not the teacher. The nurse.
That's what I was. Yeah, and he follows her into the room, and
yeah.
I actually put at the start of my review for Part 3, I had a picture of that up, and they actually said at the beginning, "Don't worry, Joey," because the character's name's Joey. I said that's one way Freddy would get me as well. you just have to stay a hot woman in front of me, and I'll just follow it. There you go. Done.
That's all you'd need to do for any fella,
Exactly.
Straight guy or gay guy, straight woman. Just be the object of the desires. Just do that.
That's how Freddy Krueger would get me every time, mate.
Game over, isn't it?
Every time. That's what I put at the start of my review. I just went, yeah, that's one way. Don't put the house in front of me. Don't make me walk around creepy alleyways or whatever. You just stick an attractive woman in front of me walking into a room. I'm going.
Actually, I think you get Gareth by a massive VHS collection. He's just like, leave them alone.
But yeah, man.
It'll be a hot woman for you as well.
But my next review, which I think I might have out maybe Monday or Tuesday, is Freddy's Dead. Is my next one. So I'm nearing the end of this series.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck.
I know, mate.
You're in the home straight now.
I am, mate. I am.
You've gone.
I've suffered.
Maybe you've suffered. You've got through like the first 3 movies, and then it's like.
Oh, they were enjoyable though. That was the thing. It was like the moment I got to Part 4, I was like, oh, I remember enjoying this, and then no. But then I've always hated Part 5 as well. That was like, it nearly made me quit YouTube, mate. It just made me go, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I watching this? You know what I mean?
Like Gareth was saying, it's like Gareth was saying before he thought that like Nightmare 5, Halloween 5, and Friday 8 all went to like straight to video, and it was like I distinctly remember Nightmare on Elm Street 5 having a trailer on the TV. Now maybe it was for a VHS release, but I could have sworn it was to get released on the cinema. And I even went on Wikipedia and looked up Halloween 5, and it said, even on Wikipedia, it said in the UK it went straight to video. But I just have this vivid memories. You remember the Liverpool Echo?
Yeah.
They used to have like a listings page after the TV guide,
and you remember seeing
of the cinemas, the Odeon on Lime Street, or the Cannon, whatever it was. Right. And I was like, I seem to distinctly remember. Maybe it was Halloween 4 because they did have very similar. They had very similar covers. The Halloween 4 cover and the Halloween 5 cover were like very similar.
Yeah, because Halloween 4 definitely went to UK cinemas, didn't it?
Yeah, that was 88.
I remember that.
And 5 was a year later. I just always thought the 5 got a cinema release, but obviously I'm wrong because I did go online and check, and they said it did go straight to video. But I'm almost certain Nightmare 5 got a cinema release in the UK. I'm almost certain about that. And Friday 8 definitely got a cinema release in the UK. I'm sure of that.
No one went to watch it, like, but
remember.
yeah,
No.
No, I remember that being advertised a lot.
Yeah.
On the telly and stuff as well. I remember them really pushing that. But like, I'm really God, I was only like 8-9 years old at the time, mate. So like, but I was surprised that because when I was just looking into it when I was doing my Part 5 one, I was surprised that didn't get a UK cinema release. It actually shocked me because I thought it did. I just thought they all, came out.
I did.
Freddy's Dead 100% definitely did because I remember that getting advertised because of the 3D aspect of it. That was on TV like all the time, getting pushed.
Yeah.
So I think probably Part 5 for the UK was probably the only one that didn't come out in cinemas. Which I don't blame. Well, oh God, it must have done so. I don't think it did great. Part 5 compared to what Part 4, because Part 4 actually fucking made a shit ton of money when you look at it.
This was like the tail end of the whole slash. It was on its last legs. Really was. It really was.
Just the film is just fucking awful, mate. It's just, and the acting as well, man. Like I was watching it, and like some of the acting's so bad, and I'm sat there and I'm watching it, and I'm thinking, you went with that take. That's the one you went with.
Yeah.
Like that's the best one. Yeah. We'll just move on. Fuck it. Yeah. It's just it's shockingly bad. But it's like I said in my review for Part 5, I said I know I don't like Part 6. Spoiler alert! I'll just tell you now, I don't like it, but I know I'll enjoy it a lot more than fucking this one because as shit as Part 6 is, it's one of them. It's so bad it's good movies for me.
You can enjoy it for how ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
Where they're just kind of just like giving up in any way of trying to be in any way serious. It's just like stupid.
In the first fucking 5 minutes, mate, he's the Wicked Witch of the West from fucking Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
That's where we've got to. Do you know what I mean? If you just shown someone a scene from the first movie or the second movie of Freddy Krueger, just shown them one scene, and then just fast forward to Freddy's Dead and then show them that scene, they'd be like, what the fuck happened from here to here?
Yeah.
Like, what went wrong? Fucking nuts. But
anyway, I think we'll wrap things up tonight now because it is 20-2 in the UK.
Okay.
I am in work in the morning.
Oh yeah. Every time I do these streams with you, mate, they absolutely fly by.
Yeah.
Like I haven't even realised we've been sat here for a couple of hours.
It's been 2 hours, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have gone another hour, but I've got to think. I'm looking at the clock and thinking, oh God, I've got to get up at like 8 o'clock. I've got to get up at 8 o'clock.
Don't blame me, mate.
I'm live streaming again midnight on. Not live streaming. I'm up late on Sunday night because I'm on Region 3 with Dan and Lorne.
All right, okay.
In July, there's like a pre-stream talk about what we're going to talk about. So that's going to be like that's not going to be live. That's just going to be like a private stream. So I'm still up for that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like it's these damn Eastern Standard times where you gotta, get your audience in for like the Americans and stuff. But
yeah.
But it suits me because I can't really stream like earlier on in the evening because I haven't really got this computer like at 7 o'clock in the evening because it's not my computer. So I'm kind of like hijacking it. So it's all good. It's all good. But it just means that if you start streaming at like midnight. It's like a 4-hour stream's kind of out the question. Thanks for jumping on, Dan. You're always in the streams. Thanks, I appreciate that, man.
Cheers, Dan.
See you on Sunday. Anyway, for everyone who jumped on tonight, appreciate it. You all know you are. Subscribe to Dave's channel. Dave, plug your channel quickly, man.
Yeah, just head on over to Seven Zombie Reviews. My next review will probably be Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, and then I'll have my Extraction 2 review, which I'll finally get out, will be next week as well. And then my next one after that will probably be Insidious 5. So, yeah, just come on over.
And nearly approaching 700 subs. Do you think 800 subs before
the end of the year?
Actually, is that like probably you reckon you can hit more than 800? Maybe like 900? Do you reckon, I mean, really, you're on course at 1,000 before the end of next year, definitely. Easily.
Well, the way it's kind of going, yeah, I
you go on Social Blade. Social Blade's usually kind of like gives you.
Yeah, I'm normally I'm getting about like 20 subs a month. I'll have like one good month where like I'll get 50, and then I'll get another month.
You've got to upload. You've really got to upload.
Yeah,
you've got to be consistent with the uploads.
Yeah, but I'm getting about 20 subs a month. So if it stayed like that, I'll hit about like 740, I think, by the end of the year. If it stayed that way.
Yeah.
But then normally for some reason,
might get a spike though in October, Halloween.
Yeah.
You do a load of Halloween related shit, you might get a spike as well.
Yeah. But normally I get 1 month where it just goes crazy, and I don't know why. It just, like March, I think I got about like 55, 60 subs in March, just out the blue, out of nowhere. Yeah. But then April, I only got 5. So it kind of, so it just, it evened itself out. And then, May I've got 20, and June, I've had about 20 this month as well. So if it stayed like that, I'll put, but it'll be about like, 730, 740, something like that, which just, it amazes me, mate. I've got to be honest with you. I get surprised with every sub I get, and I know that sounds daft, but I do, because when I first started it, I just thought, man, if I get like 50, I'll be made up, and that's generally real. You know what I mean? I really
you're preaching to the converted here, because I'm in the same position as you. It's like when you start out doing it, you just think, oh well, you get like 40, 50 subs, and a few people in the chat.
And I remember hitting like 50 subs, and it took me ages. I mean, I didn't start, like, I was really slow when I first started. My subscriber count was like not moving ever. Like, and it was only like my mates subscribing to me that kind of like, I had a few there, you know what I mean? But then like, kind of like 2-3 months in, it just started to kind of grow a little bit. And I remember hitting my first 50 and being absolutely made up and being like, I never expected that. And then 100, and then 2, and then the more it grows, the more I'm just like, fucking why? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just a fucking bald guy in this front room, still filming on his iPhone 6, just fucking giving his opinion on fucking old movies or whatever. And it's, I don't know, people seem to like it, so I'm happy with it. I'm always made up with it. But yeah, it's always a nice surprise.
Well, this time next year, this time in the next 2024, you might be sitting on over 1,000 subs with.
I might be on Gareth numbers.
Gareth numbers. We'll be getting adverts in front of your channel and everything.
Just
fucking adverts. Fuck, I'm not watching this now.
He sold his soul.
I've got to wait 30 seconds to watch this fucking channel, to watch this fucking video. Anyway, it's well deserved. So,
cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
No problem. So, if you're not, everyone subscribes to Dave anyway. So, I don't know when I'll be live again. Definitely going to be live on Region 3 on July the 13th. I'll probably do another live. I need to start doing more. I think once we get out of summer and we get more in towards the colder months,
the winter,
that's when I start. That's when I start to stream more. When it's like hot and humid, I'm like, don't really feel like
better things to do, mate. Yeah.
I've had a wank.
Basically.
But once we get towards September, once the nights close in and we get towards more Halloween,
and it's getting cold and shit.
That's when everybody's just fucking hitting the streaming, isn't it? So
exactly.
Anyway, I'll do a live stream before then, and I'll hit you up about that. Yeah. But, everyone who jumped on tonight, everyone who watches back on the repeats, whatever. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks for jumping on.
No worries, buddy. Always a pleasure.
I will see you all next time. Good night.
See you later, buddy. Take care.